Hello everyone, welcome to Tony Talks. To all our beautiful subscribers, we say thank you so much for staying with us. And if you're new here, we are happy you find us. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit on that notification button so that you will be notified for more upcoming videos. In the comment section, please note the regretful comment. Thank you for watching. Till I'll see you in my next video.
Fi irọ́ fẹ́ máa ra òótọ́ nítorí owó tó fẹ́ gbà ní public. Haven't you had enough? Ọmọ ní tó bá tiẹ̀ tún jẹ díẹ̀, ṣe díẹ̀, wọ́n ní ṣe díẹ̀ kò wọlé. But wọ́n wò pé bó ṣe ń jẹ́ yẹn ó fẹ́ máa jẹ lọ, ó fẹ́ máa jẹ lọ. You've had more than enough and you are still doing more. Yomi ọmọ Fabiyi, òun sọ pé kí Damola máa sọ pé sẹ́ Wunmi ló pa Mohbad. If not, ìwọ máa rope ikú Mohbad lé orí Damola. Yomi, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. O mọ reason tó fi ń bọ́mọ yẹn ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Because you know pé normally náà tẹ́lẹ̀ ńgbà tẹ́ kọ́kọ́ gbé kò ní lawyer. Lawyer tó padà support àbí tó help ẹ. Ẹ kò rí bákan, ó ti rí tán kó tó ṣe nǹkan tó ṣe yẹn. And probably because you've heard from us that we are not going to support him, or we just let it be because we feel like we'll not fuck up. Yes. And Damola is still telling you pé nǹkan tó bá máa ṣe ló máa ṣe o. Wunmi àti Adura tó ní kóhun parọ́ mọ́ wọn mọ nǹkan kan pa kó Mohbad. How do you want me to say what is not true? I would rather remain here. Have hurt Mohbad once and I don't want to hurt him again. To me, this was just a game. Tóun fẹ́ play pẹ̀lú yín tó rẹ sọ pé kó wá gbowó. But fine, òun jẹ́ regret action òun. But you asking him láti pa irọ́ mọ́ Adura àti Wunmi because you want a few seconds recording láti gbé wá fún public láti fi gba owó. Yomi is a no-no. Npe kọ́kọ́ sọ kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ record ẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ tiẹ̀ sọ kí wọ́n kọ́ record ẹ̀. Ó tún ní kó lọ wá 3 seconds video yẹn pé kán lọ sọ fún pé kó lọ wá. The same 3-second video that happened a year ago àbí or 2 years ago kí Mohbad tó kú. Bàbá tó ní ọmọ tó jẹ́ Joseph Aloba ó sọ fún ẹ pé òun mọ̀ nípa video yẹn. Video yẹn has nothing to do with ikú ọmọ òun. But you, Yomi Fabiyi, ó insist wípé sẹ́ ó fẹ́ ṣègbé tó fẹ́ ṣe yẹn. We will help you. Májú lọ. Bó ṣe ń ṣe yẹn, wọ́n bẹ kójọ. Wọ́n bẹ kójọ. Wọ́n bẹ kójọ. Ọwọ́ pálábẹ́ àtòsígi. Má fi Damola sílẹ̀ o. Èèyàn tó bá ní o filẹ̀. Èèyàn tó bá ní o fọmọ yẹn sílẹ̀. Má fi sílẹ̀. Ṣùtìbọ́ àwọn tó mú Damola dání ní tóòtọ́ bá ti déwájú wọn. Wọ́n á pè ẹ́ pé kó wá kí ni nǹkan tó sọ fáwọn kí ni nǹkan tí òótọ́ tó wá yìí báwo ló ṣe jẹ́ ṣé o ò mọ̀ pa ìtẹ́lẹ̀ ni. Ètí lọ court lánàá níjẹta ní court ní Òkíní. Judge yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ pé with everything kò sí evidence kankan pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó gbé wá. Wọ́n jẹ́ dá case yẹn nù. Immediately ó jẹ́ arrange pé kán arrest Damola. Again. Àtàbújá. Mo kàn ní sọ ilé ní òkú lè mọ̀ pé gbogbo information nǹkan tààrà tó ń dá l'Àbújá gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ń dé bíbá. And we are still watching. Continue. Nígbà tí Damola fún rẹ̀ ò fẹ́ ṣẹ̀wọ̀n ẹ̀ kó fẹ́ ṣẹ̀wọ̀n ayérayé á wá sọ pé Wunmi ló pa Mohbad Adura ló pa Mohbad. As in nǹkan tó fẹ́ kó sọ yẹn ó ń fọ́nì sí mi pé kó ṣáà pé ó gbọ́ kó mé pé kán kó sọ kó kọ̀ sọ kóun jẹ́ máa lọ tí wọ́n bá ti fún mi nírú ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn tó bá ti sọ fún mi nípa àwọn ọlọ́pàá ìwọ máa lọ ń tiẹ̀ like I don't get it ṣé ó yá wèrè ni. Damola tóun mú yìí ò tẹ̀lé wọn lọ sí show. Tábà tiẹ̀ ní bóyá àwọn tán wà nínú ilé ló mú dání. Ọmọ yìí ibi iṣẹ́ lọ́n ti pè é wípé nǹkan pé Mohbad kú. Púpọ̀ nu yín náà ìmí nu yín máa sọ Damola was in that house when Mohbad died. ibiṣẹ́ ló ti pè wípé nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ tó sáré sá lọlé tó kúrò níbiṣẹ́ tó sá lọlé. Like, are you people okay? Damola Yomi wá ń fi ọ̀rọ̀ Damola ó wá fi ń ṣe packaging wá bá yín. Ó wá fi ń gba owó lọ́wọ́ yín. Ọ̀rọ̀ èmi ò tiẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa pé wọ́n gbowó lọ́wọ́ yín. Gbogbo yín bẹ́ ṣe máa ná kú ni èmi sọ fún yín tẹ́lẹ̀ pé àníṣe púpọ̀ nù yín ẹ máa padà tọrọ jẹ kẹ́yìn ayé yín ni. Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ justice yìí wọ́n máa gbà lọ́wọ́ yín débi pé ẹ máa padà ẹ máa rí oúnjẹ ọ̀tá yín nílẹ̀ ẹ máa mu ẹ máa jẹ ni. Kò ń ṣèpè torí owó tẹ̀ ń ná náà nìyẹn so bó jẹ́ ṣe máa ṣẹlẹ̀ fún yín nìyẹn. Ẹ continue láti mi ò tiẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀yin kan ń dáwó kò sí tó kàn mí ẹ máa dáwó lọ èèyàn tó bá ní ẹ má dáwó mọ́ èèyàn yín ò ní gbádùn. Yomi has a lot of case ní court. Yomi ń dodge ó ń sá káàkiri. Yomi ń parọ́ fún yín pé òun wà ní court lánàá court èwo ni Yomi wà lánàá expander sì confirm lọ́dọ̀ láti ilé ni pé Yomi dé Èkó ní alẹ́ àná. Ẹjọ́ ṣé alẹ́ ni wọ́n ṣe court lánàá tẹ́yìn tó ń sọ fẹ́yìn pé òun wà ní court. Yomi ń lo Maradona ilé ògbà ọ̀nà ògbà. Ato live wèrè yín náà support ẹni Yomi is working. Gbogbo yín tẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ni recording gbogbo yín wà lọ́wọ́ mi o mo record látàrí pé mo ra dákẹ́ mo ń lọ káàkiri mo ń gé gbogbo recording gbogbo yín mo rọra ń bá yín gé màá play ẹ̀ fún yín. Mo sọ yín mo dúró náà Mr. Dayo má bínú.
Mr. Dayo ẹ jẹ́ sáré fún mi 1 minute ẹ má bínú. Níbi tí wọ́n ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́ọ̀yà yẹn lára ẹ̀ bàbá kan sọ no aristocrat ló sọ ó ní pé nǹkan táwọn ṣe yìí ó ní it's not for Mohbad ó ní Mohbad ti kú ó ní but nǹkan táwọn ṣe ni pé kírú ẹ̀ má tún ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ́ káwọn tó bá ń ṣe kán bá lè má ṣe irú ẹ̀ mọ́ kó má continue. It's just so sad when you people talk like that and when you people are saying that you want a better Nigeria. It's very, very sad when those words comes out of your mouth that you want a better Nigeria. You want corruption to stop. You want all this illegal stuff to stop. You want things to be done right. But you guys are the ones that are doing the wrong thing. How do you want Nigeria to be better? Which way do you want to go? None of you, all of you gathered yesterday and you have a new lawyer. And in this same justice, I know there are some parts for Yomi, and there are some parts for these people, and there are some parts for Baba. But none of you that are saying we want a better Nigeria, we want things to work right, we want the government to know that no, we public, we don't want this anymore. But none of you could question Yomi. None of you could question what he did or what he was doing. None of you. You left him alone and he's doing all this nonsense. But ṣé rántí pé life ọmọ kan ni Yomi ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ṣá. Life ọmọ kan ó ní Yomi ṣe. Ló mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ máa dúró lórí nǹkan tí ó yẹ pé kò sí tí ó ṣe. Yes, Damola ọ̀rẹ́ Mohbad ni. Yes, Damola wá nígbà tó sọ fún pé Mohbad. But Damola was never there. In gbogbo orúkọ tó ti ń dá fún yín tẹ́ ti ń gbọ́ láti jọjọ́ yìí. Tó ti sọ pé wọ́n wà nínú ilé, wọ́n lọ sí chemist ni, wọ́n lọ sí show ni. Ṣé gbọ́ kọ́ dárúkọ Damola sí? Orúkọ Damola ò sí bẹ́ẹ̀. Ibi tẹ́ bá mọ̀ pé fẹ́ ṣe the right thing. Tẹ́ bá lè help Damola bí tó wà, ó yẹ kẹ́ question Yomi. You're supposed to question him and ask him pé kí ni nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Damola gangan fúnra rẹ̀. Yes, he did what he did. But at the same time, Yomi fúnra rẹ̀ sọ from the get-go, òun ò bá Damola lẹ́jọ́. Damola kọ́ lòun chat pẹ̀lú, Adura lòun chat pẹ̀lú. Ṣé wá bí pé báwo ló ṣe wá yí sí Damola ló wá arrest. Kí ló tẹ́ bèrè lọ́yìn pé ó ṣe wá yí sí Damola tí ò jádùra.
bàbá olórí burúkú kan Mr. Káyọ̀dé ayé yín ò lè dá o ṣé kan fi ló gbé àwọn ọmọ yín tó blog ẹ jẹ́ kí fọ́tò àwọn ọmọ yín kàn mí lọ́wọ́ tí mi ò bá blog ilé ayé àwọn ọmọ yín màá dìdí lọ ṣí péjì fún fọ́tò àwọn ọmọ yín ni ibi nǹkan tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ṣe kẹ́ wá ṣe lé lórí olórí burúkú yín sọ lọ́dọ̀ láti láàárọ̀ yìí pé àdúrà ló mú yín àdúrà ni ò bá ti dùn mọ́ yín pé kó gbé àfi tí àdúrà bá sú ẹ̀gbẹ́ mi ò lè sọ ti jòsí o because ayé jòsí ti bàjẹ́ bó ṣe máa bàjẹ́ ẹ gbé àdúrà àfi tí yẹ bá fọwọ́ lẹ́rọ tó bá ń wò yìí.
Thing is, in all of these stupid things táwọn people yìí ń ṣe ẹjọ́ is it that they can't talk about their own private autopsy tí wọ́n ṣe? They keep saying pé ìjọba defraud wọn ìjọba ṣe gbá ìjọba ṣàwò but ṣe báwọn náà ṣe bí ìjọba náà fún wọn ní specimen kó ṣe autopsy. Are they saying pé the millions of naira they spent on Mo's autopsy from their own side? Are they saying wípé now eti gba new lawyer? Have you told him pé eti ṣe autopsy titi nǹkan tí autopsy ti yín read nìyí? Then Yomi wọ́n tó mú Damola ṣé nínú autopsy tí bàbá Mohbad ṣe ṣé nínú ó sọ wípé ọwọ́ Damola wà ńbẹ̀ ni ṣé kò ń ṣe pé abẹ́rẹ́? They say yes, but they found some things as regards abẹ́rẹ́ tí nurse Fabiyi fún because you guys are always moving mad. You guys have never talked about that autopsy. Therefore, guys, I think we should start hammering on their own personal autopsy. Yes, government did autopsy. You guys felt that ìjọba ṣe màgòmágó pẹ̀lú autopsy tó ṣe, right? Ètẹ̀yìn ṣe ń kọ́. No, they've not said anything about their own autopsy. Okay, Mami Kubi ẹ ti dé padà. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ, màá ṣe gbọ́. Mami Kubi. Uh-oh, my learned colleague. So, can we all start shouting about their own autopsy? Jọ̀ọ́, ṣé a lè máa pariwo wípé let us talk about is Lagbaja not waiting? Joe, is Lagbaja not waiting? How?
Na house I dey, I beg. My mommies are talking. Oh yeah, continue, Jerry.
So I think we should start talking about their own personal autopsy. Then lawyer Maxwell pẹ̀lẹ́ o. Wọ́n ní Jagaban ni ẹ́. Wọ́n ní activist lawyer ni ẹ́. So when I sit back and that was what I don't know if anybody remember when we were talking about Sanshitu, I think this past week. And we were saying Sanshitu definitely knows about Mohbad's case before he took up the case. Now, Shatuma sọ wípé lawyer Maxwell kò mọ̀ nípa case Mohbad yìí náà. Because you came up to say, okay, you don't mind protesting. Protesting for what, Jare Oponu? I don't even understand. You guys, MRT maintain championship winning. You guys will just come on to social media and you just water down all your achievements, all the years of your glory. Because whoever has been seeing you before this Mohbad's case, radical lawyer, oh my God, this guy. But you come here, you come on to TikTok, and you water down all of the stupid things, the so-called things you think you've done. You now even water everything down. Like, you come on to social media. In fact, which lawyer comes to social media to come and talk about his case on social media? Meanwhile, Maxwell, she wants to say DPP ti parí inquest ni, wọ́n ti advise we call lọ sí court. So what are you still coming out to come and talk about? And some stupid people, àwọn tó lọ sí school, wọ́n sọ fún ẹ no, you are going to restart the inquest. Are you sick in your brain?
Daughter of Grace, Emma Bino, I know you're asking a rhetorical question, but prior to last night, have you ever heard the name Maxwell Okpara?
Mommy, I'm just saying now what to mom abi. Shebi Olukayode
Now
mo.
he's more popular. Now he's more popular. The same way we know Chanchi too. Now we are knowing Maxwell Okpara tó sọ Mohbad di Mubarak. I continue. Abeg gbọ́ngbà tó pè ní Mubarak.
Like,
Àtìgbà tó pè ní Mohbad. Okay. So
like
continue.
like these guys will just sit back and oh no, I think that all of you, these people, you people are on social media. If you are in Nigeria, I just yes, Mohbad's case is no longer on the street of Nigeria. But tell me, if you're on social media, you will know about Mohbad. You will know about all the shenanigans that's been going around this guy's case. Yes, you don't know, you might not be really in depth with the case, but trust me, you know about this case. So if one stupid person is calling you to come tell you that, okay, Babe, in fact, Maxwell, these people are telling, it shows how stupid you are. These people are coming out to tell you, they don't want his family involvement. Are you for real? You wanna, like, oh, Jesus Christ. Sometimes I try not to think about these people's stupidity.
Drink water.
Some people somewhere are telling you that they want justice for Mohbad, but they don't want his family's involvement.
No, Amagola, we can't report him yet because he hasn't done anything yet. Sis, you know one thing I like about this situation is I actually want people that have something Mommy Dupsy.
Okay, let me mute.
Okay, Mama.
People that have something to lose, if they decided to be stupid, then they will have something, they will lose something. That is the thing. So let him come. And you're asking about why are they not for pathologists? One of the things I said is any pathologist that actually work to be a pathologist will never lie on any autopsy. So they cannot manipulate that autopsy. That's why they can't talk about it. Because the person that did that autopsy is the pathologist in UCH. So he has something to lose. So they can't lie on him and say he did this, he did that. So if Maxwell, not Maxwell, that is Maxwell, if he actually says he is who he is, let him do mago. If he will not lose his license, kó pè mí no mwale. Ṣebí orí ẹ̀ ó pé, ó fẹ́ dá a new inquest sílẹ̀. So they have talked to you behind the closed doors. And any lawyer, Chetri nǹkan tí mo sọ last time, I said Nigerians like anyhowness because they brought a case to you. You haven't studied it. You haven't asked questions from people that are actually concerned. But you are listening to the likes of Susie, as in you're listening to the likes of Susie and all these mad individuals that have seen justice for Mohbad as a form of therapy. On loan, 30C. You are going to join one in Ogba Wiri. I continue. I accept because mo kàn ní kí n dáhùn ibi tẹ́ ẹ béèrè yẹn ni pé bóyá ó rú yín lójú. Wọ́n á ní kí n dáhùn.
Ó rú mi lójú, I must confess, ó rú mi lójú o. Because in fact, mami, ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ yín lọ, ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́jọ́ kí n mute.
Ẹ̀yin people yìí, I don't even know where to start with you guys. Every single day, new madness. One day, one madness. It was on TikTok, the Fuji House of Commotion. Different mad people. See, every single day. Super vibes. You are now the headquarters of the mad people. See, I don't want you to be under my radar. Because if I start on you, Oshilo Dabi Bororo yen, wa do once. Ṣó lórí ẹ ò pé orí platform mi náà ti wá ń péjọpọ̀ àìní òòjọ́.
ọmọ ilé ẹjọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run ẹjọ́ ẹ bá fi super vibes sílẹ̀ ẹjọ́ mo bẹ̀bẹ̀ nítorí Ọlọ́run
orí platform ẹ náà ti ń fọ́ọ̀mù group nísìnyí
mo ń bẹ̀yìn
so mo ṣì máa fi ẹ́ sílẹ̀ but when you are coming gradually under my radar and I don't like it at all. See ṣe wèrè yín mọ níwọ̀nba. The fact is, even for this guy, the fact is, If you're truly honest, see, one thing I can't stand is people that are not honest. That is the truth. Science have told us what we need to know. Anything else is just amúgbálẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ń ṣe, ẹjọ́ lẹ fẹ́ rò, ẹ fẹ́ sọ the tales by moonlight. Òun lẹ ń ṣe rádaràda. But the saddest thing is you're using the lives of young people to ẹ ń fi ayé wọn gbá table tennis. Ẹ dẹ̀ láwọn ọmọ. Like Fiala said, bóyá àná àbíjọ́ ò ní ẹ fi pé tó rẹ ti wà ń lo òyìnbó, your children are absorbed of evil thing. Ẹ ń ṣe evil lẹ́ẹ̀dẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ yín. Wọ́n á fi orí ko, àwọn ọmọ yẹn á forí ko. Ìwọ ìyá tó máa ń lọ sórí làtí tó máa ń sun ẹkún egbére everyday. Ìwọ náà ti mọ̀ pé ìbànújẹ́ wà nínú ayé ẹ̀. That's why you are weeping everyday. Because I don't get this. I don't get this at all. Me more, if for those that lives in the UK, I don't know if you saw the story about that young lad that was arrested in Dubai last year, and then last week, unfortunately, this young guy, Oku. When that news break last year that Oba he was 18, girlfriend there was 17, few months to be 18, Oba Rawoso, and immediately when immediately when délé UK bí London bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ti kú. Ó wà nínú mọ́tò ọmọ 18 going 19, ó ṣe pé 19. Yeah, the boy ó ti kú. And bí mo ṣe rí story yẹn, mo pe ọkọ mo ní I don't want to say what went through my mind because this is a social media. But I said to my husband, àwọn tó ń bá ìdílé yìí fà wọ́n, it's more spiritual to me than physical. And I was asking my husband, what if that prison, don't in Dubai, was a way to keep him fún ọjọ́ ibi? Because I don't get it. As in, between 18, he clocked 18. Look at the issue tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ nílé ayé. Even the British government refused to get involved. It was the Oba of Dubai ló ní pé kán filẹ̀. Ó délé kò tí délé táì délé. Òun kọ́ ló ń drive o, ẹni tó ń drive ni ọlọ́pàá dá dúró tíyẹn ò dúró, tíyẹn ń sá lọ. It was a police chase tí òun ló kú nínú mọ́tò. Ẹni tó ń drive ò kú o, ọmọ ékeré. So when you people that lives abroad tẹ́ ń ṣe ibi tí ẹ feel pé àwọn ọmọ yín ti wà absorbed, ẹ ń fi orí àwọn ọmọ yín gbé ègún burúkú, ẹ ń rọ òjò èpè, ogun àìmọ̀dí, ẹ ń rọlé àwọn ọmọ yín ní orí. Because I don't get this. Your stupidity and your dumbness is not just something to kì í ṣe nǹkan téèyàn ń gbójú kúrò. It is scary. It is really scary the way these people have carried on, and they keep carrying on. As in, like host said, come out. Kẹsàn pé ọmọ Wunmi lẹ fẹ́ mú, but èmi ti sọ fún yín, mo ti sọ lórí bí, mo dẹ̀ ń sọ nínú kọ̀rọ̀ yàrá mi pé abẹ́rẹ́ ti lọ kí ọ̀nà òkun tó dí, because òun kọ́ ló pa ọkọ ẹ̀. Kò sí nǹkan tẹ́lẹ̀ fi substantiate pé òun ló pa ọkọ ẹ̀. Àwọn èèyàn ń kú kékeré, àwọn èèyàn ń kú lágbà, àwọn èèyàn ń ṣàìsàn tó ń kú, ẹlòmíì máa sùn kò ní jí. Àdúrà tá ń gbà ní pé kí ọjọ́ jìnnà síra wọn, kí ikú Mohbad má dẹ̀ di ikú àkúfà. But ẹ̀yin ní pé rárá o, wọ́n máa fi yín ṣe ètùtù ni. All of you, àtẹ̀yìntẹ́ ti kúrò, and every one of you that at one point or another has harassed this family over the ikú ọmọ wọn, ẹ ti fi orí gbé ègún, ẹ ti fi orí gbé èèwọ̀. That is the thing. And coming back to Maxwell, if you are truly a lawyer that knows his coins, that knows his onions and knows his stuff, I want to believe you do your due diligence, and you will know that these people are harassing a young widow. They are using, okay, go on, Lagbaja. Lagbaja, come up.
Finish that thought, please. Finish that thought.
Okay. And I hope as a lawyer, you're going to stand up for a young widow as well and use your voice as well after you've read everything, because you're claiming you haven't read it. They haven't really told you what is going on. So now I'm putting it to you, Maxwell Okpara, that you should do your due diligence. Do not rubbish that name, being a lawyer. I'm going to stop there for now. Lagbaja, go on.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, my sisters on the panel and my mothers in the comment section and everybody there. Okay, very good submissions from Brother Oluwatosin and everybody, Fearless Tribimi, Daughter of Grace, Mayor, always wonderful comments and submissions. Now, first of all, I'd like to query two people in this our group, and they are Benevolence and Paita. Pythagoras. For the past 2 years, you guys are lawyers, and you have failed to take me in as your apprentice. You didn't teach me law, and you've allowed me to be going to Google to search for it, and you only took Dupsy. Hadn't been you had taught me, I know I would have graduated, and I would have taken the spot of Barrister Maxwell. But it is well. It is well. Now let's come to the serious part. There's the reason I put up a comment this afternoon to say I'm really laughing at the plans of these guys, because the first day Mr. Maxwell will step into the courthouse concerning justice for Mohbad, he'll be excused from the court or from any bench he is to only go and sit as an observer. He would only go and sit. Please, I am saying this because since yesterday that I've been noticing this, what they were trying to do. I was trying to go through the Nigerian constitution to actually see, number one, who is this guy representing? If these people are saying that Mohbad does not have a lawyer, can a dead person have a lawyer? Two, if they say this person is hired by the public, does the public have a lawyer? Who is actually the public's lawyer? Good. So those are the two places that we need. That's why I said Elo for Kombale. All these things you are seeing is just social media comedy. Wallahi, it is just social media comedy. Because according to the Nigerian constitution, no one can validly claim to be the lawyer of a deceased person. If there was no prior authorization from the members of the family, he is not a retained lawyer, or there is an attorney-client relationship established while the person was alive. Now, according to everything you just heard, the only persons that can represent the deceased are one, lawyer Fadele, because he had an attorney-client relationship. Mohbad knew him before he died. Two, if the whole family will come together and say, this is the lawyer we are going to use to represent the case. So if this man parades himself at any Supreme Court or any High Court and say, I am Mohbad's lawyer, the judge is going to walk him out and tell him to go and sit beside where people are seated as an observer. Two, if he claims to be the attorney of the public, who then is the Attorney General of Lagos State? Who then is the Attorney General of Lagos State? Why is there a DPP, Directorate of Public Prosecution? If there is a case between a state and a suspect, it is the DPP that sits down there on the bench, prosecuting somebody that is said to be a suspect, a defendant. I've been reading the Nigerian constitution since yesterday concerning this case, that what is the highest thing that Barrister Maxwell can do? Is only to write and file for petitions. Oh, I believe this thing, and your petition has to be evidence-based. Oh, the number of suspects the DPP is parading, why are you just prosecuting one person? It has to be 2 or 3 or 4. You have to have evidence for every other person you are putting or applying for in your petition. So when people have been clamoring since morning, I was just like, hey, Lord, folk, as in, I'm just laughing at how these guys, because even the likes of Lati knows nothing. They were only mesmerizing him with the grammar they were speaking. He knows nothing. Those guys are just they want to cash into the situation. Well, Fearless Tribune, now I'm going to mention his name, Super Vibes. They are looking for loopholes. The last lap. Of course, it is very obvious the public, they don't want to donate again. But how can we do it except we start bringing up grammar that yes, there's a lawyer in Rivers State, not in Lagos. If he wants to hold a press conference, he'll tell you, perhaps he and his legal team, let us just say there are a minimum of 5 flying from River State to Lagos to hold a press conference. Number one, you're going to pay for hotel accommodation, you're going to pay for his flight tickets. Those are the things a pro bono lawyer would ask from you. If he says he's not collecting charges, do you think there are other places he's not going to charge you for? Hotel accommodation, his feeding allowance for the entire time he's going to be lodged, maybe 2 or 3 days. He has already told you that Channels Television, which television charged him 450K for just a press conference, and a TV station is not enough for a press conference. You need newspapers, you need enough TV stations. And the max this man can do, he was saying, they asked him yesterday that, can you recall the sitting at the coroner inquest? He said, coroner inquest is just a small court. Now, is it the Supreme Court? That is trying to tell you that he has no power to do such. He has no power to do such. Oh, they asked me, can you still do the toxicology and, wait till they call him again, an autopsy? He said, we have to let us first of all, because, see, this guy is an Igbo man and he's telling you cunningly the truth. Let us look at the results we have first. He doesn't have the power to authorize anybody or to write to the coroner that he needs to check. See, the highest he can do is to say he wants a physical examination of the body. That's the highest. The coroner the only thing I think legally he can do, that for him to even check the body, is as if they are pitying him. Oh yeah, go and examine the body. The only thing he can do is to look at the results of the autopsy and toxicology and start finding faults in them by writing the coroner office, and the coroner will just tell you, we have given the public, the family, the opportunity to do their own autopsy. So if you are seeing faults in ours, have you checked their own to corroborate your own story? So which truth are you looking for? If both autopsies are claiming that they are the same, so where are you getting your own cause of death? I laugh at people that's why I said hello for Kumbali. See, all these things that are happening. Oh God. Like I said the only person that could represent Mohbad right now, let's even give them the expo, is lawyer Fabiyi. That's the only person that they can call to represent Mohbad. Because in the CTC, page 37, that is page 37 of the CTC, and if you go to page 172 of the original document, the document that has 200 pages, lawyer Fabiyi expressed himself. He introduced himself as the client of, as the lawyer of Mohbad, representing him till his demise. According to the Nigerian Constitution, he's the only person that can represent him. You can't see. A group of persons can't call themselves public. That is still a private organization. That is the stupid thing that these people don't know. You guys are not even up to, you're not even up to 1% of Nigerians' population, and you're calling yourself public. You are not up to 0.01% of the Nigerians' population. So you are still private persons. Let's take an example. If this lawyer is to be paid, is it to be paid from taxpayers' money or from public donations? That is the difference between a DPP, a public lawyer, and a private lawyer. How are you being paid? The person paying you, from the account that is paying, does it have a BVN? That is your payee. That is your employer. The people that paid you are giving you conditions of service, and you must be submissive to the conditions of your employment. That is what makes you a private lawyer. Here, you are not a public lawyer. So that's why I'm like looking at the whole comedy since yesterday. And the stupid Latin just sat down there. Hey, is a pro bono. They are not going to pay anything for money for mobilization will be gotten from NGO. Which NGO? That is another scam in waiting. You now see about 2 or 3 people now saying that, or 3 platforms saying they want to open their own NGO. That's the meaning of where they're coming from. And the platforms will now be raising money internally. And that is where the scam is. That is just where the scam is. According to the Nigerian Constitution, if you go to the rules of professional conduct for legal practitioners, that is RPC 2023. Mr. Maxwell or Barrister Maxwell cannot function as the lawyer of Mohbad, and neither can he sit down at the prosecutor's table in any court presiding on justice for Mohbad. He can't. He would only sit down as an observer. He will be observing proceedings, and if there is any comma, he will leave the court, then go and write a petition like, oh, I observed this, you need to correct this, to the DPP's office. He can't say, objection, my lord. He can't. That will be contempt of court. He can't. But are these guys not knowing the truth? That's the issue. I don't even need San Shitu here to come and be explaining to these people that I am the lawyer of Baba Mohbad. Even San Shitu cannot sit down in a prosecutor's seat. That is why he is requesting a fiat. That is why he is requesting for a fiat. Because he knows he cannot prosecute anybody. He would also go and sit there as an observer. Now back to the issue. Sorry, my mom's on the panel. I'll be rounding off soon. Back to the issue of Yomi, Fabiyi, and Damola. Like I said yesterday, do I pity Damola? Yes, I just have this soft spot for him. Like, wow, you're young, and you put yourself in the mess you are. But this sympathy, I have it for you. Like, oh God, why did you do this? And well, like I said yesterday, you play the music, you have to be ready to dance to it. And that is why Yomi is taking advantage of that situation. Yomi is really, really milking all the thing, because he knows that this issue has nothing to do with what cried Mohbad. We know everything, but we are just keeping quiet. But the worst thing that will happen to Damola is he mentioning what Sister Temi just said he should do. He knows he can be sued again by it. If he says such a thing, you provide the evidence. And there's no evidence anywhere. How can you say something happened that never happened? That's just the thing. And that is what Yomi is banking on. Had it been this guy had not acted the way he did, he would have mouth. And if he had done what he was advised to do, go all out, make a press conference or come all out on your social media, put it on the national daily. Oh, Adura, I'm sorry. I know I did this, I did that, I did this. I did it just because the public were trying to make the whole situation. I also wanted to get my own, because I wanted to maybe pay my rent, or I had health issues. Just say your truth about the whole thing. Come out, say your truth. And if you are caught anywhere, you tell them, I've tendered a public apology. I have said it. I am sorry. I'm sorry I did it. This is me. Nothing happened in that house. I was not even there. I was not there. I was at work when they called me. And I met them at the hospital. You did not even convey them from the house to the hospital. You met them at the hospital. You did not even follow them to the show. So what evidence do you have? That is what is keeping Damola still there. And to me, it is something you should have done since, instead of Yomi taking advantage of this. I had personally told you to do this, but I don't know what your lawyers are doing. I don't know who is advising you to keep quiet. I don't know who is advising you not to do that and like just let sleeping dogs lie. This 30 seconds video would have been rubbished, tete. It would have been rubbished, tete. When Yomi did not see CCTV and the tenant that he went to the house, the neighbor that he went to his house came out and said, Yomi, stop lying, stop milking the public. Didn't he keep quiet? Didn't he keep quiet after that neighbor came out? Like, Yomi, it is only that the contractor that built that house was the same person that built my house. So there's nothing you did. My camera was never facing anybody's house, and you did not even see anything in my house. So stop milking the public. She came out. She has that recording. She came out and said that. Did you say Yomi come out again to say there's any camera it is all the cameras they are saved in one central server? Has he ever mentioned central server again? Because he knows that that is a lie. But if you come out, because it is bailable, you've used more than 48 hours there, and I'm wondering why your lawyers have not gotten you out. It is something you can even sue the police if your stay is more than 48 hours and there is no court order to keep you there. If you come out, if you think you keeping quiet on the issue is still the correct thing to do, continue. We are not moved by anything. We are not moved by anything. Autopsy has come out. 26 witnesses were interrogated. The police only found 5 suspects. Autopsy corroborated what the police said. So how can you bring out an evidence from a fallacy? That's the issue. Something that is not true. How can you bring out evidence? You know that even Yomi knows that he will be putting you in deeper trouble if you lie on anyone. He knows, and that is what he's planning for you. I pray God makes a way from you from the captivity you are, and I know that God is not going to allow the innocent one to be prosecuted wrongly. And I pray for your freedom. That is where I'm going to drop my pen. Mayor, I know you still have some brilliant comments to make. That's just what I have to say. Thank you very much, everybody, and thanks for listening.
Thank you, Lagbaja. Thank you. God bless you. One thing I'm just going to quickly say about Damola is parents, please, let's teach our children. Ojukokoro, tembelekun, òun ló bá Damola débi tó dé. Ṣé Damola? There is no excuse, because everyone was doing it doesn't mean you should do it. And sometimes I feel sorry for him, sometimes I don't. Because this is a friend that has disease. Oh, Roy, but that's imbo. And for the mere fact that on this platform, they have helped you. Mothers, fathers on this platform has risen up for you. They have helped you. Oh, Roy, there is no cruise, there is no hunger that should have ever made you do that. Now, they want to also life for the rubbish. And on top of it, you're having criminal issue. On top, stupidity. It is unimaginable. A young man at that. You've allowed Yomi Fabiyi to mess up your life. And like Lagbaja said, when they told you to make an apology, make a statement out there. Oh, because why? Ofipo le muje. Shotiri ori ore on lo mu Orlando sọ pé mama dale ore mi, kò má dábẹ́ o, ọ̀rẹ́ mi ò dábọ̀. Shotiri o dale ore. Because you should be one of those men that should be looking after his wife and his child. You should be. But otitori ojukokoro, tembelekun, ìwà òṣì, ìwà rádaràda, ìwà gbájúẹ̀, ó lọ ṣe nǹkan tí ò yẹ kó ṣe. And you these young guys that think a quick way to make money, it's never the answer. Playing bets with other people's lives and pain and sorrow is never the answer. Hard work pays. Now look at it. Sometimes I wonder, where are your parents? O lẹ́gbọ̀n, o lẹ́bí, o lára. You all just behave as if pé ẹ kàn jábọ́ níbì kan, kò ní okùn ń di rárá. Nobody can call you all to order. Because some things that we want to do, when you look at where you're coming from, wàá rántí nǹkan tó ń ti sọ fún ẹ pé rántí ọmọ ẹni tó ń ṣe, especially for some of us that left home early. Tó wá fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan míì, wàá rántí pé ibì kan ló ti ń bọ̀ pé even though my parents are not here, when we were younger, even gbàtà wà ní school, wàá rò pé àwọn òbí mi ò sí níbí, tí wọ́n bá gbọ́ pé mo ṣe léyìí, they won't be happy. Ó máa jẹ́ kó it will make you to not do some things. See, kò sẹ́ni tí ò ní ìwà òṣì lọ́wọ́. Every one of us were born into sin. It is the ability to think. It is the grace. And you need to keep asking for the grace. To like, má jẹ́ kí n ṣe ìwà burúkú yìí. Because tí wọ́n bá ká mi mọ́bẹ̀, kí ni mo máa ṣe? O ti wá ní criminal record lórí nǹkan tí ó kàn ẹ́ lọ́wọ́, tí ó kàn ẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀. Torí pé o fẹ́ ṣe bàbá Ìjẹ̀bú pẹ̀lú ayé aláyé. Look at it. Look at where you are. You were not in the house. You were not involved in the medical issue. You had absolutely nothing in this situation. But ìwọ ló wá ń jẹ ìyà, ó ń jẹ ìyà ìmọ̀dí. But eléyìí kìí ṣe ìyà ìmọ̀dí o. Ìwọ ló kí ọwọ́ rẹ ló lọ fi ó lọ́nàgà mú ìṣòro. Now this side that would have even helped you, they are àti sọ fún ẹ pé wo on your own lower. And that is the thing. As much as it hurts me that a young man is wasting away, ní sùúrù tó bá tiẹ̀ ríṣẹ́ ní ìlú òyìnbó, tó ní kó lọ ṣe police report. Àwa ń bẹ̀ pé ó ṣe fraud or obtaining by false pretense. Popsi mi á ní stealing by trick. Jọ ibiṣẹ́ wo ló fẹ́ fún ẹ níṣẹ́ yẹn? Ó fẹ́ gba visa lọ sí ìlú òyìnbó. Because I don't know if you guys didn't think to the extent of this damage you've caused to yourself. Do you think about you're not even up to 30 years. Your life hasn't begun. Now, Otifini criminal case. Come on, I don't know how to feel. But in a sane environment, sane environment, Joseph Alopa.
We drop Damola case, please. The topic today is not about Damola. If we cannot help, we should not add to the pain. I'm sorry to say that. So please, can we drop it? We all talked about something yesterday here about Mommy Mo not having a forgiving spirit. Some of us are guilty of that too. Damola was wrong. Damola apologized severally. The only mistake he did was not coming to public, just as we've said. Damola have apologized to Wunmi severally. I am saying it. He apologized to the platform severally. I'm saying it. He was here to type on the platform to say sorry, he made a mistake. I'm saying it again and again now again. Damola apologized to the spirit of his friend several times that I know about. If we cannot help, let us drop. I cannot help. That is the reason why I decided not to talk about him. Don't let us add to the wound. The family are around, they are in pain, they are in this. Don't let them start hearing this from us again. He made a mistake. Ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ kò jẹ́ séyàn tí ò kì í ṣe. Báwa náà ṣe ń sọ pé kéèyàn kan máa ní forgiving spirit. Ẹ jẹ́ káwa náà máa ní. Thank you so much. God bless everybody. The topic today is not about Damola. Thank you.
Sorry, Mayo, please. I want to ask a question. How is it professional of you to have a patient you can't pronounce his or her name?
Another thing is, if we go ahead talking about Damola, it's more, to me, it's paining me that we are not talking about the stupid thing Yomi is doing. If he's not doing it to Damola, he can do it to anybody. If we feel like, yeah, Damola because Damola has done something, kini kota feel pe koda. Toba shefu Yomi apart from Damola nko. Because he's getting away with stupid thing. Nkan tí ó wà legal. Face ni.
Ó máa ṣe.
Okay, toba tell idiot bá opportunity kò ní ṣe the same thing fún Wunmi.
Ó máa ṣe.
He would do it.
Tó fẹ́ ṣe fún ọmọ Wunmi
about. So it's not really about what Damola has done. what Yomi is doing is absolutely wrong. Ìkọ́tẹ́ tó ń boss tó ń yí èmi ní orí presently nìyẹn. It's not about bóyá torí Damola ṣe mistake kan kìnìkan. Tó bá ràdúrà, he will do the same thing. This thing that he has done. So let us always point out the bad attitude and àwọn ní ká kọ́pọ̀ alákatá lọ́nà ká tó wá fàbọ̀ sí kíní. We've thrown Damola, we've done a lot of to Damola over this case. And please, I'm not happy with him, but at the same time, I don't just want to feel so bad because it will be like, we are supporting the stupid thing that Yomi Fabiyi is doing. He will do it to anybody. Nǹkan tó ṣe yìí, if you have the opportunity, tó bá jàdúrà náà ló rí báyẹn ní court lánàá, bóyá máa gbàdúrà náà ni. Ṣàmà sọ pé Ọlọ́run ló mú àdúrà náà, nǹkan tàdúrà náà ṣe nìyẹn. What is illegal is illegal. Please, thank you so much.